Go piss girl.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
obviously. Go piss girl. I mean, we constantly keep saying it. We don't even refer to it as goth girl. We could just say go piss girl.
And it's up to us to remind them.
2 words. Blowing up.
Hi, I'm Remton from the Setup Thailand. How are you today?
Oh, how are you?
How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm doing good. First of all, I would say congratulations on your show. And but first, can you introduce yourself and your character to the audience, please?
Hi, I'm Emily Lind and I play Audrey Hope.
Hello, I'm Evan Mark and I play Aki Menzies.
Hi, I'm Thomas Dorothy and I play Max Wolf.
Hi, my name is Grace Duah and I play Shan Barnes.
Hi, I'm Whitney Peak and I play Zoya Lott.
Hi, I'm Eli Brown and I play Otto Obi Bergman.
Hello, my name is Savannah Lee Smith and I play Monet DeHaan on HBO Max's Gossip Girl.
Hi there, my name is and I play Luna Law on HBO Max's Gossip Girl.
First question I will go for Thomas. Season 1 has been a phenomenon, and since then it takes you guys into many adventures. Can you walk me through the first day that the throuple get back on set together again?
Yeah, it was really strange because there must have been 6 months in between, 7 months in between, and then we jumped on set again, and obviously it was all the same stages, and it felt like we'd never left.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was peculiar, interesting, but we're excited to jump into this new storyline with the 3 of us together. And it's not only really interesting for the characters and to see how they kind of maneuver and work around all the trials and tribulations of being in a throuple, but also as an actor and getting closer to these 2 and working with them a lot more intensely. And yeah, it was really fun. I really enjoyed it.
This season continues straight from the first season, and even though it's just been a year since season 1 came out, sometimes we can get a little bit, rusty. How do you get back in tune of all the storylines, all the characters, and all the dramas where we left off? I'll go with Grace.
I think I got to cheat a little bit because I came in at the end. And so the time period between when we ended season 1 and started season 2 was short enough that I was still kind of fresh in it. I think what was harder for me was because new coming in, I and into an already built dynamic, making sure I was really clear on who Shan was and internally what her purpose was, so that I knew what I was bringing to the table, because it's already such a beautiful full table. So I definitely, coming into it, I definitely really went back into the script prior to try to figure out where I fit in, and then also just did a bit of a rewatch on the original just to kind of remind myself again of that world.
I think it's familiarity, stepping into an environment that you spend so much time in. I mean, getting on set in season 2, all of the sets look the same unless it's, location shoots or something, but it's all just kind of, and then you read the writing, you read the script, and then it just kind of, it's all familiar, so it just comes back, And then of course, hair and makeup helps too, and wardrobe, it really just paints the picture for you fully, and then it's kind of easier to just step into it and kind of remember.
One of the original cast, Georgina Spark, the OG villain, make a comeback in this season. If you can go to talk with Josh and you say, hey, we need this character to make a comeback right now, which one would you pick?
Well, it was funny because I just said this before, but actually I would say Georgina is kind of a perfect pick, because I remember there was talks about who they wanted to bring back and whatnot, but I think Georgina is just so perfect because I feel like she can exist in this world, this new rendition of Gossip Girl. It makes sense that she would be the one that is still involved and still lives in that world, because I feel like she kind of was an anomaly all of herself. So I just feel like it makes sense that she came back, and I feel like it was a great choice.
Mine was Georgina Sparks. Mine was Georgina. Excited that she came back. But now, let me just try my luck. Let's say Penn Badgley.
I want Kelly Rutherford to come back. I love Kelly. I worked with Kelly on a show before Gossip Girl. I adore her. I would love for her to return.
Blake Lively or Leighton Meester, even just wanted to walk by set.
Yeah, it's one of them. Yeah.
Walk by. That was lovely. Iconic.
mean, obviously Blair. I think that everyone would just probably have a heart attack if she came back.
Yeah, I would say the same thing. Twitter would explode. It would explode.
The universe would implode in on itself. Yeah.
I think it would break the internet.
Talking about the internet, meme has been the language and the form of communication. And Gossip Girl has one of the most iconic and the most funniest memes ever. Which one is your personal favorite?
Go piss girl.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
obviously. Go piss girl. I mean, we constantly keep saying it. We don't even refer to it as Gossip Girl anymore.
Yeah.
We could just say go piss girl.
Or Gossip Girl, I'm thirsty.
Yeah, go sip.
Yeah, go sit girl.
I'm taking you down bit by bit. I can't wait to see you try.
And one of the original characters, like Georgina Spark, the OG villain, is coming back this season. How do you decide which of the original cast get a chance to, reoccur in the upcoming season?
Well, so sometimes there's been one character, for instance, that we've been trying to bring back, but we haven't been able to because they are on they've been working on other shows and the schedule didn't work out. So sometimes you have a hope and then you can't make it happen. But with Georgina, I knew the second the show was picked up that Georgina was going to come back, and Michelle and I have stayed in touch. So she just reached out to me and she was like, when am I coming? And I was like, okay, well, we want Georgina to have the maximum impact and be able to destroy the most. So let's wait. So I knew she was going to come back in season 2. Mm-hmm. There's some other people that even if they aren't back, you'll hear about where they are. So you're going to hear about what happened to some of the characters. So I think it's just sometimes it's a wish that doesn't come true. Sometimes it is a wish that does come true. But hopefully as the show continues, there'll be more and more.
For me personally, I still wish that Bear and Serena get the chance to make a comeback. That's just my wish.
Same.
In terms of writing, and nowadays, though, diversity washing has become the topic of this era. But what I love about Gossip Girl is that it comes out as natural, you know what I mean? Like, how do you incorporate that diversity and inclusivity into a show and not making it as obvious as woke as
yes, sure.
And
I think the world of New York, especially the world of sort of the New York elite and in rich New York, is the first time around when the first show, there was not as much global money in New York. Now there is more global money in New York. And if you go to these private schools, half of them are not American. They're coming from other countries. And I feel like just simply presenting the world and not commenting on it is the way you stay away from trying to be woke. So I am just, here is the world, and that's that. So I think our goal is we're not trying to think about what will trends or culture or politics be tomorrow. We're just, what did we see yesterday? What do we see today? And I think that also helps make it not woke. It is what it is.
Social media plays a lot of crucial role in this season and this version. Now that we have more and more apps like, TikTok and Be Real, or even Twitter has its own war. And what's the relationship between all the social medias and how do you handle it?
I mean, I think the beauty of social media is you can choose to, partake in any app, all the apps, or none at all. You kind of, choose how much information you want to consume a day if you would like to. It's kind of just an easy way to connect with friends that you don't get to see around the world. But yeah, like I said, you can choose to be in it, you can choose to be out of it. So it just depends on how you want to live your life.
I think it's just a matter of perception. I mean, if you take it seriously and you let it kind of have a negative effect on your life, then it will. I only have Instagram. I don't really use anything else at the moment. And yeah, it's just kind of like a little novelty thing. I don't think it should have too big of an effect on your life. And then if it does, then you know that you should, But yeah, I think it's fun. You get to goof around, and, get access to certain topics and knowledge and photos and things and inspiration that you wouldn't necessarily see or be exposed to every day. So I think there's good sides to it, of course, like anything.
And last but not least, Eli.
I'm kind of with Whitney through and through. I only have Instagram. And yeah, I try not to take it too seriously.
And last but not least, what can we expect from the second season? More drama, more scandal, more chaos, and what else?
I'd say more action, definitely, like more physical stuff, and not just physical like sex, because we did that before. We're still doing it, but also there's, you know, cat fights, and yeah, it's like more fast paced, I would say. There's less like a storyline and more just kind of like riding off of the storyline that we, you know, laid down in season 1. So it's really fun.
In this new season, I would expect it to be a lot more, the viewers, to expect it to be a lot more like the original Gossip Girl. It's a lot faster. There's a lot more drama, cat fights, things we didn't touch on in the first season as we were getting to know the characters. I feel like now it's time for everything to everything's on the table and like just completely let loose in chaos.
Thank you so much for guys for joining us today, and I hope you all the best.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Cheers.
Thank you. Have a good one.
It's only just begun.